To most, I am Dracula.
In Renfield's action-packed ending, the title character faces his inner demons, battles physical ones, and brutally confronts Dracula while leaving Rome for more misadventures. Directed by Chris McKay, Universal's Renfield brings Count Dracula, Nicolas Cage, to modern-day New Orleans as his title henchman, R.M. Renfield. Nicholas Hoult decides to finally leave his toxic work relationship after a century of debased servitude. While Renfield attempts to explore life outside the wicked vampire's shadow, he also finds himself connecting with disgruntled police officer Rebecca Quincy Aquafina, who is set on dismantling the powerful Lobo mobsters, particularly the reckless Teddy Lobo, Ben Schwartz.
You deserve only suffering.
However, Renfield's codependency support group and redemption arc can't keep Dracula's vengeful jealousy at bay. Is Renfield still immortal without Dracula? What happens when he runs out of Dracula's blood? Robert Montague Renfield received his immortality and powers from Dracula, who gave him enough of his own powers in order to subdue humans and perform supernatural tasks for him. Renfield charges his powers by eating insects, but it's unclear if he still requires the powers of Dracula to maintain his immortality. Dracula being disposed of for a long time means that Renfield won't have access to the vampire's powers that can work to strengthen his own, though Nicholas Hoult's eponymous character appears to drink Dracula's blood in order to restore his health and powers in the movie's ending. Renfield only had one pitcher full of Dracula's blood to drink in Renfield's ending, so once this supply runs out, he won't have an immediate way to restore his health and abilities. Since Renfield doesn't go into detail about how the title character's immortality in relation to Dracula truly works, it's possible that Renfield could begin to age or actually be subject to harm as the disembodied main vampire slowly loses his own powers. In the original 1931 Dracula movie, Mina Harker returned to normal after Dracula was killed, so Renfield's title assistant could similarly revert to a more human state as his connection to Dracula fades.
It's fucking Dracula!
Nick Cage is playing Dracula.
He is very scary.
Let's eat.
How Renfield's ending sets up a sequel. Renfield is still on his redemption arc at the end of the movie, with the story being left open-ended due to the fact that Dracula technically didn't die. Since Renfield suggests that Dracula will eventually return, Renfield's ending sets up the potential for Nicolas Cage's vampire to appear in a sequel and get revenge on his former familiar. Renfield's ending also teases the potential for a reboot of the Dark Universe, which could lead to spin-offs about other monsters or classic monsters appearing in a Renfield sequel. For instance, the Lobo gang could be setting up a Wolfman story. Lobo is also the Spanish word for wolf, with the gang playing up this meaning by wearing wolf masks while committing crimes. Since Teddy's father wasn't seen in Renfield, it's possible that he could return as the Wolfman, seeking revenge for his son's death. Renfield's ending also depicts Renfield and Rebecca attempting to dispose of Dracula in New Orleans sewers, which could lead to a creature from the Black Lagoon introduction with a twist on the Gill-man's origins. The real meaning of Renfield's ending. Renfield's real meaning is about gaining the power and strength to leave a toxic relationship, while highlighting how difficult this becomes when trying to escape a narcissist. Renfield's ending heightens these themes by playing it out with superpowered monsters, but proves that with the psychological tools, support from others, and desire to regain one's own personal power and autonomy, leaving an abuser and toxic narcissist is possible. While this is the basis of Renfield's underlying meaning, Nicholas Hoult's Renfield also doesn't call himself a victim, as he made the choice to abandon his family, follow Dracula, and kill innocents to fuel his own desire for immortality. Still, Renfield must use therapeutic tools and the power of self-love to leave this toxic codependent situation. Renfield and Rebecca's final stand against Dracula is meant to represent survivors taking power back from their abusers. Dracula represents a corrupt narcissist, so both Renfield and Rebecca are able to reclaim their own personal power by attacking and all but killing the immortal vampire. Renfield's ending then sees the title character use his supernatural powers for good as he resurrects the support group and helps Rebecca put away the villains, proving that it's not too late to work for his redemption and become a better person.